All right. So, what happened last week, guys?
We fought.
We got tarot card readings.
We almost fought the giant bird, but
Yeah.
instead we fought. Was it the mini birds?
Kind of, sort of.
Yeah.
You guys.
It was the big birds, like little dumplings, you know.
And they killed our friends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, we lost some.
You guys fought these.
Yeah.
Yeah, those things. Exterminators. We fought those. We got to a village,
Mm-hmm.
violently threatening to go.
And we are about to go into a meeting with the big boss man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all got our tarots read.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Lily was the only really, really bad one, but somebody else had a kind of bad one.
I think it was Steven.
Oh, it was.
Yeah. Not terrible.
Yeah, he gets an inspiration, and a villain gets inspiration. That's what his was. And then Lily's was literally a nat 1 to be used against her by me.
That's cool.
But
Boss, she turned out to be a MILF, so.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, Eska, if I fucked your mom.
oh my god.
Hold on. Who's to say you'll be the one fucking your mom?
Listen, I will cut your throat in your sleep. We share a room, it won't be that hard.
Man.
Who gets drunk and passes out first?
I got a pretty good record for drinking.
That's true.
But yes, you guys were escorting Eska and 2 Vistanis back to the Vistani camp. In transit, you guys ran into some more Fey abominations, and one of them being an overseer. Though it was just hovering above the fight, not really participating, but you guys were able to destroy the exterminators that were sent after you. You, after the observer flew away, you guys made it to the camp, to the Vistani camp. Talked to some of the locals, sold some stuff to a merchant, returned to the 2 Vistani girls to their family, and talked to a tarot card reader, where you guys got your, fortunes read. Afterwards, you guys went into the main tent of the Vistani leader, Eliza, and currently you guys have just entered the tent, and she addressed Eska and asked who your friends are.
All right. Time for another one of our famous introductions.
Let me go ahead and move everyone to the map. There it is.
Yeah. Is she the lizard person too? The
man. Eska slowly turns around and like, what?
Excuse me? Snake.
What do they call it? I know there's
Don't have
something else.
long, but
if you if you
Treat her right.
if you wanna if you wanna know, or if you want me to tell you, do a history check.
That robot?
Oh, that's Lily.
Hey.
Yeah,
It's a bit chaotic here, sorry.
pretty good.
Turns out it might not be COVID, it might be a heart attack instead.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
Because I was on my way and they called the nurse hotline because Joe's like just freaking out, or just like he's just having, I don't know, he doesn't know how to describe his symptoms. And then my mom's like, so they told us to go in the hospital because they think it's a heart attack.
Oh, okay.
But
Oh, shit.
so she left me with a bunch of stuff to do, so I had to go to. So I was at the store anyway. So get stuff at the store and also bring the wood in since it's snowing. I'm having a wonderful time. Sorry, guys.
You're all good. Yeah, if you need to leave or anything like that.
No, my mom's at the hospital and I'm here at the house watching.
Okay.
And I have to. Yeah, I'm pretty set, and there's nothing I can do. I have to just sit.
Yeah.
So, D&D.
All right, let's start this.
That's what the fuck they're called.
We were about to start, so good timing, I guess.
Oh, okay.
You missed some pregame banter.
Oh,
Steven got tased.
You got
Oh, yeah.
It's in the Instagram chat.
You in the group chat.
Yeah.
Hold on. OMG, I'm so excited for you, Steven. How was that?
Not bad.
He said he'd do it again.
Yeah.
Well,
It's terrible when
I got tased and pepper sprayed, so.
Yeah. Well, they were probably cheap tasers. Like I said, terrible while it happens, but not bad enough to not do it. But fucking.
All right.
Oh my gosh, I love it!
I was gonna say my favorite part is the fact that they all have glorious beards.
I know. I was gonna say.
But going back to D&D, you guys have just entered Eliza's tent, and Eliza just addressed all of you, or asked Eska who are special guests.
I'll step forward and take my hat off and say, I'm Eric. I took out one of the red wolf's eyes.
You what?
Even your teammates are surprised at this.
Hey, I shot that eye. I earned that nat 20.
She just looks at you as, a pleasure, Eric, was it? How about the rest of you?
Hold on. Well, I'm Akila. Hi. I'm just chilling. How's it going?
She just continues waiting for the rest of the group to introduce themselves.
I'm Goofuth, and I'm a mermaid, and I lure sailors to their death with macaroni.
Get that you say that every time.
That's my defining trait. But if you're nice to me, I'll give you macaroni for free.
I am Rip. I'm the scaly, sneaky one.
She raises an eyebrow to that. Are you now?
Male species.
With your passive perception, you could feel that it is like, no, it's like slightly annoyed her.
Why?
This is a big thing. It's clearly a dragon. This is a lamia here.
And then she looks at the last one.
Oh yeah, hi, I'm Dendro. This is Corvus. And I've got a werewolf.
Jesus. Eska, you've definitely brought a very colorful group with you. Mind telling me why they're here?
Take it away, Dendro. That was a
I
perfect
did a
little
lot of
slide
that
into it.
episode.
Sorry, what was that?
Go.
Kayla, are you there?
Oh, here.
We gotta fix the curse. We gotta get rid of that werewolf curse. Do you know how to do that?
We saved him in the forest.
Yeah, we're here to get the curse done, but also we kind of got here by chance.
She looks at all of you and is like, if you would excuse me, I'm talking to my daughter.
Oh, I thought you were talking about something
You want us to step out? Because if you want us to step out, you could have just said that. Don't be rude.
Ooh.
She rolls her eyes.
We're gonna move away from Akila.
Mad now.
I had a fuck up tarot card. Let me be upset a little bit, okay? Also, my hands itch and they burn.
Eska, why did you bring these colorful guests to our camp?
Well, it kind of helped me get here. We had to fight a couple people to get here, so they kind of helped me with that. But they're looking for a secure, so they're hoping that you or probably one of my sisters can help them. Show them where to look.
Okay.
So I thought to bring them here.
So, which daughter do you need help from?
I don't know.
Wait, are you asking us now, or who are you talking to?
I am. She looks at all of you and asks you, which one of you is the leader of this group?
I'm gonna point at Eric.
Yeah.
We like to think he's God, but really there's no leader here. We kind of just are all doing their own things.
Then who would speak?
I guess I'll take the responsibility.
So you would speak on their behalf. I'll go ahead and step forward. Also, considering you all have helped my daughter bring back some Vistani back to their home, you can also make yourself at home.
Yay!
Where's the booze?
She points at the table.
Thank you.
And then she gestures to Eska to stand next to her. Over here. Now, which daughter are you looking for? And for what purpose?
Well, the one that can fix the werewolf fight.
Yeah. This one over here has a werewolf curse, and we heard that you guys could help.
Well, we can't necessarily help, but you said you were attacked by a werewolf?
Yes.
Mm,
Not just any werewolf, though. The werewolf.
It was the wolf.
The werewolf.
she kind of like looks at Eska and then looks back at them and is just like, oh, then we can't do anything for your friend.
What? Why not?
Well, in how you guys would probably say it, you're screwed.
Oh, thanks.
Granted, the oldest daughter is looking into something like that, so maybe she has found something, but we have lost contact with her.
Where'd she go?
Well,
She's the one with the monkey?
the moment you mentioned the monkey, it was like, you've met Sarah then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's lovely.
It's cool.
Do you also know where Vanessa is?
I think she's with her.
Mm-hmm.
That's good that they've stuck together. Do you know where they are?
The city of Barovia.
City of Barovia.
Thank you for telling me.
They send their love.
I bet they did. I wonder if they're the ones who told you to come to me.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Unfortunately, like I said, for your friend, I cannot help with what she has. The werewolf has been around for a very long time, and anyone that we've seen with a scratch becomes one. And normally it has not been a Vistani problem, as they have not attacked. The red werewolf is not allowed to attack any of the Vistani people.
How come?
Allowed.
Why
We deal with them
and why should I tell you?
because we saved your daughter.
Which one?
We're just trying to. Well, the ones we've met so far.
Yeah. Plus, we're probably gonna kill those guys, so.
Listen, we're just after Lord Von Dick, and we're gonna take down the white bitch, and we're here to save the world, right?
Yeah.
So you're the ones causing so much problems in this land?
Hmm?
She kind of like rubs her forehead.
Problems were already going on. We were stopping.
Yeah, we're just trying to fix them, lady.
Stuck here by accident. We're just trying to get out of here.
I do understand where you're coming from. And how do you know that?
Because we stopped it.
Mm-hmm.
What did you stop exactly?
We saved the kobolds.
Oh yes, those.
The white dragon.
Yeah, we kind of lost the track.
From what I understand is that they attacked him first.
Well, he attacked us first, so.
Yeah, we didn't do anything to him.
Yeah.
Though I do not understand why he brings random travelers here, I do understand that the ones that are here, it's kind of hard to explain. I'm not necessarily involved in this type of thing. But I do understand your anger towards him, but it is also not necessarily my problem.
We aren't trying to make it your problem. We just thought we heard you could help with the issue of our friend.
Yeah.
Your daughter was like, hey, go talk to my mom, tell her hi. That's what we did.
And in a way, I did help by telling you that my eldest daughter can probably find a way. Though.
All right, who's your eldest daughter? Where does she live?
Great.
My eldest daughter her name is Isabella. And she is fairly similar in ideas of like you. She believes that the Lord of Barovia is coming up with something that might put us in danger. I know for a fact that shouldn't happen, or that won't happen. But the last time I spoke to her the last time we heard anything from her was in the bogs of Berez. So maybe that would be the first place to look.
God damn, we're past that place. We're in the Druidic Groves, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Wish we hadn't known this earlier.
Damn.
Though that is the last time we've heard from her. I believe she was either heading to Baratuk Slopes for assistance.
Aha. That was probably a much else. Ow.
Now, was there anything else you wish to know?
Is there
Probably
anything
just
you're willing to
learn
share
about
with us? Yeah. That's better.
Make a persuasion.
Ooh.
Whoever asked if you are willing to share anything with us.
Oh, I want to do it. All right, I gotta remember how to use this thing again. I don't know why it's so hard for me.
Ooh.
All right. What exactly do you ask? I guess.
If you can't help us with our friend, can you at least help us with any information you have on the White Witch?
In a way, yes. I believe she is one of the reasons why you are stuck here. And one of the reasons why I am currently trying to get all my Vistani children back home.
So what you're saying is she's a problem for you.
She's honestly becoming a problem for all of us.
You want
We
to are
are
trash her
here
too,
to solve
right?
problems.
Yeah.
Listen, we're
Take her out
against the
for
same bad guy here. That doesn't make us friends, but that makes us like some sort of like, ally by like some word I'm looking for.
From us, nothing is confirmed. From us, nothing is confirmed. Only rumors that some of those fey creatures have been attacking Vistani travelers when they're not supposed to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They've been watching. They've been creepy. They've been stalkers.
Also watch out for fairies.
Yeah, they stole our stuff.
Those creatures are not the ones we were talking about. Those are normal fey creatures.
We know the ones you're talking about.
Still, you should watch out for those fairies, man. I mean, we're just trying to give you some good life advice.
Hey,
I'm pretty sure I've been here longer than all of you have been alive put together.
Hey, you don't know how old I am.
She just looks at you and just like mid 20s.
I am 2 billion years old.
She doesn't even have to insight check that. She knows that's bullshit.
Changing my character age to be 2,000 years old, right?
The DM says no. The DM says that's impossible.
No.
Natasha's pretty old. I don't know, man.
Yeah.
I'm sure Natasha is like 60.
All right, how old is
For an elf, that is very young.
But how old is she?
You don't know.
Still. She's plenty old for most people.
Can I do a perception check on her?
Sure. What are you looking for?
How much are we on her good side right now? Like, are we like persuasive?
That's an insight. If you want to know, I'll take.
Charisma roll?
I'll take. So I'll take the same roll you just rolled. Just give me the. Tell me what the modifier is for insight. For you, Sam. So it's a 17 on the die, and then plus your insight.
I'm trying. Where's insight?
Should be on skills. Should be like all of them in alphabetical order. So just look for I.
Yeah.
So it's a 3. So it's 20 together. With a 20 insight, you were able to tell that she's fairly stressed, as she's just trying to figure out what and then you could also kind of like, I'll also use the perception. You kind of look around and there's just like paperwork and like it's kind of like scout reports from other Vistani, and like their stories of like them traveling around Barovia, and reports of them being attacked by creatures, mostly Fey though, mostly the Fey abomination things. And even sometimes the undead, like kind of passing through the bogs of Berez. You can tell that she's fairly stressed, and though she is like, this is kind of her personality in general, she doesn't necessarily have time for games.
Okay.
Well, you know, we killed the evil version of the magical goat, so did you?
Yeah, we killed the evil Fae. We can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Like, it's obvious you're very busy here with all of your people getting like, like killed and like snatched upon. So let us help you out.
Yeah, we already.
You help us out, we'll help you out. That's how this works.
If you wish to help us, you can find more of the Vistani and bring them back. I'm not asking you to go fight the White Witch, as that is an impossible task, and would...
Don't say impossible, nothing's impossible.
Yeah, not with that attitude.
I don't want to bring my people into a war that they shouldn't be a part of.
We're not going to bring
you guys don't have to fight anybody.
Yeah, we'll do it all for you. We'll do all the work for you.
If they find out that I sent you, then it brings it back to the Vistani people.
You exist.
You did not send.
And how about this?
Yeah, I don't know you. I don't know who we're talking to right now.
Where are we right now? I don't know.
Where's the table with all the paperwork?
Let's say it's where Natasha is, like over here.
Aha, I'm already here. Perfect. I said, listen. I grab all the papers and say, listen, all of these are problems. And I'll just shove them in a bag of holding, and now it'll be like, no one has to know where they came from.
Our problem, not yours.
You just got robbed.
I need those, for one. 2, I just met you people, and you're asking me to trust you with the lives of my people. And 3, I don't trust you at all.
I'm just saying, you don't have to help us directly.
In a way, I already have the word of...
Very little.
In a way, I already have the word from the Lord of this land to keep my people safe. That's why this place is a safe haven for my people, and why they're allowed to travel as they do.
So then why is the White Witch bugging them?
I don't know. I'm assuming she works for the Lord of Barovia, but she is an entity of her own. Same with the Gravedigger.
Friends with the Lord of Barovia.
Yes.
Why is his employee being mean to you?
That I do not know, and I wish to find out. But I'm not going to stick around here and let my people get hurt while I wait. If you have any information you want to share, you may do so.
Okay, wait. If we were to help you get your people out, would you tell us everything you know?
More or less.
Okay, let's do that then.
Yeah.
Simple.
I just say, all you gotta do is point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we'll do all the work for you.
And then you know what? We didn't see anything. We robbed you.
Yep.
Yeah.
As far as anybody else knows, we are enemies.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could even like, you know, kick us out if you're yelling like after this meeting, you know? Make it look good.
Put on a show.
Yeah.
Well, as much as that would be entertaining, unfortunately, I believe one of the White Witches, what were they called? Overseers, is on their way here now and should be here soon.
We can take care of that.
This is merely...
That scary ass thing.
What was that, Kayla?
I was like, y'all don't remember that scary ass thing?
We can...
That thing.
The thing that was flying in the sky?
Yeah, we should run.
Yeah.
That one's the one you're scared of.
It's a big bird. We've already saw it. It's already got problems with us.
I do not know which overseer is coming to talk to us, but it is merely diplomatic, as I want to hear from the White Witch if these reports are correct or not.
And then you're friends with the giant bird that was laughing at us?
So basically the Vistani are an independent party, though they've heard reports that...
Deal with the devil.
If you want to do a persuasion to see if you can convince her to tell you guys the reason why. But it's going to be...
Alright, it's coming.
Let's do it.
Let me see. I want to try.
I got good persuasion. Plus, I still got all my luck points, so... That's right, I closed my character sheet out a second ago.
All right, what do you say to get her to talk? It has to match with what your question is. So be convincing.
I got jumbled a little second about what we were talking about. Are we trying to figure out who's coming or why they're coming?
No.
I asked why they struck a deal with the devil.
Yeah, like why are they friends? Or why are they trying to be friends?
Yeah. Why are you still making deals with the people that are harming your people?
She'll look at Eska and it's like, ask her, do you trust them?
I'm gonna give her a thumbs up.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do some finger guns.
I'm gonna give a subtle thumbs. Oh my god, never mind.
That's the shittiest thumbs up of like subtlety. You drop some of the papers out of your bag that you're trying to put in your bag.
To make it easy. Yeah, I trust them. They were able to help us, and I also want to know what's going on.
You sound super convincing. Yeah, they can trust him.
Listen, we met 12 hours ago.
That's something. That's hope for something.
Yeah.
We saved your life. We didn't even ask questions.
Yeah, we just hopped in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I haven't even asked for the money yet. And these people know I will slit throats over money.
Eric, not the time.
And it's like, as you guys are like trying to quiet, Eric is like, I do not care where your walk of lives, how they led you here. Hell, most of the Vistani here are cutthroats themselves. Looks at Eska. Hell, my oldest daughter is probably more ruthless than anybody here. But the reason why I trust the Lord of Barovia so much is because back before this place used to be in this plane of existence, us Vistani saved his life.
That was a mistake.
So it's out of guilt.
It was so quiet until that.
Wait. So you saved his life, or he saved your life?
We saved his life.
Well, then why do you trust him, though? I mean, if he had saved your life, I'd get that, but you saved his life.
Because he promised us in this land of Barovia that he would take, that all Vistani will be safe and protected. And they have been for centuries.
Was selfish.
Listen, it sounds like he's not holding up his end of the bargain anymore.
Yeah.
It is not due to his fault. He has kept up his end of the bargain, but his subordinates...
Promise, though. He should get rid of the White Witch or tell her to stop that.
As, he is probably busy with the Dragonborn and Kobolds, like you said, attacking him, and you yourselves trying to kill him. So it's hard to...
So, he attacked us first.
He did.
Yeah, we didn't do anything.
How did he attack you first?
He zapped us.
Yeah. We were, I pull out my demon sword and say, there's a spider demon in the sword. She was kidnapping women, turning them into spiders. And then when we tried to stop her, he came to us and then attacked us pretty violently. I shake my sword and try to say, like, tell her.
Your sword is dead silent.
He's like, I'm not stitching.
Steven, make me a history check.
Oh my god, my history is -1. Okay, not bad.
With that, I will also remind you of there were certain captives of that same cult that would probably be interesting to her.
Oh, were they ashen?
Some of them were, but others were normal people and...
Vistani.
Yeah.
Yeah, that.
Spiders. And we stopped that. We've helped our people more than he has in recent weeks.
May I see that blade of yours?
Yeah.
All right. As you're about to hand the blade to her, make a wisdom save.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Listen, if she tries to stab me, I'm gonna bring out the fucking big one.
It's not her.
Eska.
It's not Eska.
Is my fucking spider trying to betray me now?
Well, look at that.
Where's that wisdom save?
Taking forever.
Yeah.
Why is it not? Okay, there we go.
You don't want to give her that.
I'm gonna use a luck. I feel
Go for it.
like I should roll higher. Give me one second. Let me tell it. Yeah, just make sure.
Mm-hmm. Saving throw.
Oh, I'm already using it. Okay. We're gonna. Alright, that feels a little better.
Okay. He's saving throw, not straight wisdom.
Where is? Oh wait. Okay, there it is.
Oh god.
I feel like I rolled it the same.
Okay, yeah, you don't have modifiers for it, so okay. I'm just gonna take the not okay.
It was the one I rerolled.
The 15 is the luck reroll, I'm assuming, correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, sounds good. All right, you feel it's like as you're gonna hand the blade over, you feel like something whispers in your mind. Oh, you know you're not. And you kind of like almost like takes you over, and then luck be have it, you're able to fight it off and hand her the blade. But she saw like the weird struggle going on, and so did you, Eska. So as Eliza just kind of like raises an eyebrow and grabs the blade, or takes it in her hands. She simply asks a question: "Is like, who did you work for?" And you could feel the blade even like have a slap, like sweating.
This is the most she's ever talked in months.
And then
Yeah, she doesn't like us.
and then she's like, I said, who did you work for? And then she snaps her fingers, and then the blade like starts shaking even more, and then out comes the demon, but not like fully formed, and just like lands on the floor.
Good.
I don't have her token set, but and then Eliza just like
We're gonna have to kill her.
gets from her chair. Who do you work for? This is like, I worked for the White Witch. The Lord of Barovia didn't know I was doing these things for the Vistani people, or doing things to the Vistani people. And then she snaps her fingers again, and the spider gets sucked back into the sword. And then she like tosses it to you.
Neat trick.
Cool. Right, I would have to bust out the big guy. That always ends badly.
Well, the unfortunate fact is that an overseer is coming here. Now that we know this, there are some of my people in the city that she rules. If you wish to
Saying.
go for it.
So you're saying if we get them out, we might be able to talk.
Yeah, because I mean, we can't stick around right now. You have people and guests coming.
Yeah.
But if we just disappear for a while and then come back, with other people that you miss, Like,
Yeah.
that's cool.
If the White Witch is, unfortunately, I believe from what you said that there was a giant winged creature following you. They already know you're here, as they also probably saw you escorting some of my people. So
then they'll see you kick us out, right?
what I'm suggesting is that you do stay here, and with my daughter here, Eska, go to their city as guests and bring my family back.
Mm.
All right.
All right, got it.
Not a bad plan.
Any
I'm sorry
warnings we
if
should
the
know about?
murder starts happening.
Yeah, but like,
They might not like that.
If you attack them, then my people will be in danger.
I promise I won't swing first.
She looks at you, Eska, is like, is this all right for you to... Are you willing to go with them to save more of our people?
Yeah, I'm willing to go with them. They seem like interesting people and they should be able to help.
All right. If you do not bring my people back, or we learn of your betrayal, and if my daughter doesn't come back, then I will make sure the Lord of Barovia makes it that your stay here in this land is a living hell. Is that understood?
hear myself.
Wrestle. I wink.
Yeah, I'll come here myself.
she she looks at you, Eric, and just like, it is uncanny how much you remind me of him.
Ooh.
The Lord of Barovia?
Yes.
Oh my god. Are you the one?
Can I do an insight to see if that's a compliment or an insult?
You could do an insight. It's like kind of like yes and no. Like you're being compared to the bad guy of the story, but at the same time, it's just like
She likes him.
you could do an insight on that too.
She's friends with him.
Or at the very least, she doesn't have major problems against him yet. It's probably sad. But at the very least, and compared to the, if I, on the God Complex kick, I could go either way.
True.
Like I said, uncanny.
I don't got the orb anymore, so it's a bit chill now. But if I get another, oh boy.
But like I said, you can make yourselves at home until their arrival.
All right.
Thanks.
All right. What do you guys wish to do?
I'm gonna get booze and pass out drunk.
I think somebody's making us dinner, right?
Yeah, I'm hungry.
Yeah.
All right.
I got goals in here, but it looks like I'm gonna play the long game.
Over, you get drunk.
So some of you go outside to a promised dinner. How about everyone else?
Mm-hmm.
So I guess who's going for food?
Yeah.
Dendro, Goofuth, and Rip, and Akila, or is that everybody just going for food?
Yeah, I'm going for food.
I think everybody should.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
guess I should.
I will.
And
try- I'll
you
say
don't want to leave
I'll
Eric
pay
alone
attention.
with your mom.
Nope.
Eska just drags you out with.
Listen, I learned from Serena.
You
Right
know?
now, it's going either way. I gotta play the long game. Can I do a perception check to see if she had a ring on her finger as I'm getting dragged?
Sure. You notice that she doesn't have a ring on her finger currently, but you also notice like around her neck she has like a necklace with 4 wedding rings.
Yeah,
Oh,
get in.
so I got a chance.
All right. You guys head back outside.
What the fuck?
Oh yeah, I forgot Vernil would have went with you guys. Oh well, I'm just gonna say he stayed here.
I feel like he would have helped get some points. That we probably haven't been overlooked.
Yeah, we need to have the bard like in more conversations. That's what he's good for.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All right, as you guys show up, you see Delilah and Eliza, or Delanya and Eliza talking to somebody, and some more people in the cart just like making food and things like that. You see all the other kobolds eating currently, and Vernil also having, actually talking to with them as well. With already empty, like or half empty bowl of of food. So, what do you guys do?
I'm gonna drink
say
until I
thank
pass
you
out.
for your. Yeah, that's fair. I'm gonna say thank you for your hospitality and grab a bowl.
Of course, have as much as you like. You did
Hey.
save our lives, basically.
Oh, that was just a regular day.
Yeah.
But yeah, you guys, they hand you guys food.
What we eating?
Trying to think what they would. Yes, the best questions for a DM. Like, what's your name? What's what are we eating? I'm trying to think what the heck it would be. It was I'm spacing on the name.
I feel like it would
That
be
cooking
spicy.
go, I'll kill it myself.
It is like it is basically like a mixture of things, so it's like basically like a stew. So it's like, animal meat that that one of the hunters caught, and then like vegetables and stuff like that from a bunch of different places. So like even from you guys like traveling in the normal world where you guys come from, you recognize that some of these are from all over the place.
Ooh, fancy.
Fancy. Yeah.
Well, yeah, as you guys all sit down and enjoy a meal, what would you guys like to do? / talk about?
No.
Tell me more about your traveling ways.
Like in
Like, this is nice setup you got here, you know?
who are you directing that at?
The three girls.
Gotcha. So as you ask them all in general, Bryn, the one in the middle, speaks up and is like, "Oh, you're very interested in the Vistani ways. Well,
Of course.
our people are nomadic in general, so we like to not stay in one place for very long. Though Eska's family is a different story. As the Ashkali like to stay in this place of Barovia, and all of us like to come here and visit, as we are Vistani of different, you could call them tribes. As the Ashkali are their own tribe that are pretty much the only ones that stay in one place, such as Barovia. And other Vistani come here to rest, find either new things to sell, or seek special things that no one else can find here in Barovia. But our family has been coming here for centuries, actually. But yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's been your favorite
That's about a lot.
travel so far?
Where's our favorite place to have traveled so far? Is that what you asked, Gabby?
Yeah. Where's been your favorite?
Here in Barovia or out in the world?
Anywhere. Anywhere.
Though I haven't traveled to too many places like compared to other Vistani, I believe Waterdeep was a very fun place to go to.
What's that like?
It's a very big city. Not as big as Baldur's Gate, but it has a lot more people, and well, you could find pretty much anything there. It's pretty amazing, and I believe that's where a lot of adventurers go as well.
Interesting. Do they have any pancake places?
I'm pretty sure they do, especially in certain inns.
IHOP?
Okay. What is this IHOP you speak of?
International. Wait.
Yeah,
I don't know.
International House of Pancakes.
That's a very interesting name for.
International House of Prophecies. On the side.
Make a deception check.
Wait. Okay, there we go. Alright. Does that work? Does that do anything?
Deception, not perception.
Oh, I thought you said perception.
Deception. Okay. She just looks at you and is like, "Oh, you're a very funny one."
Wait, Frank, I can't see what I rolled. I think I broke it.
Scroll down
You gotta click back on the.
on the. Oh yeah, you have to go back to the chat thing or just the chat.
Well, I'm clicking on it, but nothing's happening. It's just saying the thing.
Try reloading the thing, the tab, maybe.
Okay.
But you rolled a 5, unfortunately.
Oh.
So that's why she's just like, she just took what you said as a joke. And unfortunately, IHOP does not exist. And
All those papers.
what was that?
Did I walk out of the tent with all those papers I stole?
Maybe a handful, because like most of them fell off when you're trying to give the thumbs up to Eska. So like maybe you've like got a hold of like 2 or 3.
I just remember I got those. Can I look them over?
Sure.
See if you find some
Give me investigation. Okay. The papers that you got a hold of weren't like too in depth, but they kind of like mention like either missing people reports or like because think of this camp as like, Vistani show up, and then if they wish to go through Barovia, that's kind of like a check-in. So, they know that so-and-so passed through this camp and then went into Barovia, and then, they would come back and then exit out of Barovia. Some people have not returned in a long period of time, so it's very concerning. And the main locations where this has happened was north of the Druidic Groves, the Bogs Berez, and the Barovian Basin, which is where the city of Barovia is. It also states that they know that the Ravenloft Moors are off limits, and so are the Baratok, or somewhat the Baratok Slopes. Or, well, Ravenloft Moors are off limits, Wolf Run is off limits, and everywhere else is fine.
Uh-huh.
So
I'll hold on to these.
But that's all you get from there. Not necessarily specifics on who went missing or what went missing, but the fact that there are people who have not come back.
Okay, cool. Oh. Well. Oops.
But yeah, would anyone else like to do anything?
No.
Okay. If anyone needs to take a short rest, this is considered a short rest.
No long rest yet, then. And nothing's happening.
Okay, as everyone is enjoying themselves.
That overseer might be gone.
Yeah, you could go ahead and do that.
Mhm.
All right. With that, like, as you guys are eating and resting and stuff like that, and talking amongst each other or with the Vistani people in general, you do notice, Eric, you do notice that something is coming from the north.
Does it sound like the flapping, or does it sound like something else?
It sounds like, in a way, like marching, but not necessarily like armored feet. Actually, give me 1 second. Let me get things together to give an official what this would look like. Let's see.
Okay, everyone say, put your weapons away, but be ready. We gotta make a good impression on the mill.
Yeah, no flashing that stuff, Eric.
Listen, I could have pulled it out in there, but I didn't.
Okay. Second. Okay. Eric, you see these creatures off in the distance coming towards the camp.
To the north. God damn it.
As there's a way more than what's shown, but what you see is a troop of appetites following behind these creatures, as there are two armor-clad looking creatures in the front and a couple other creatures you do not recognize, as you've never really seen them either, on the side as well. And you can see that there's something in the middle, but you can't tell what, but there is a creature standing between them all. You just cannot identify them. And as they like march through the camp and stop, these creatures then march through, still covering who it is, and go to the front of the tent. So the overseer seems to be in the tent.
Uh-huh. Let's keep the insults to a minimum.
I'll shut up.
We can call him ugly, but not a bitch.
All right.
All right, what do you guys do?
Keep my mouth shut.
They're already in the tent, right?
Yeah. Give me 1 second.
Can I try and lean up to it and listen?
Sure. Give me 1 second. Go ahead and roll perception.
Ooh.
Oh,
All right.
I hear all the tea.
All right. As you see them march in and know that the overseer is already inside, you kind of like take a listen to one of the tents, or or to the side of the tent and see if you could listen in, and you're able to hear the conversation as you hear Eliza welcoming the overseer, and as you just hear, "Welcome, overseer. Now, I believe the White Witch has some explaining to do." And then you hear a different voice that you've never heard before say, "Of course, I do not know what you speak of, but we do come with peaceful intentions, and maybe an explanation to what's your concerns." Do you keep on listening, or how much do you want to listen to?
I'd say enough to see if stuff sounds like it's going bad or good.
Okay. Eliza then goes, "I've learned new information that the White Witch has put some of my people in danger. And I've heard word that the people in the city of Barovia, my people, have been hurt. Now, according to the Lord Barovia, that shouldn't be possible, correct?" The shaman you just hear, I don't know what you've heard, but I believe we have kept our deal, or the White Witch has kept her end of the bargain. It might be a separate cell of sorts doing their own work, and if that is true, we will put them straight, as we do not want to have the wrath of the Lord of Barovia.
Also, for me to do an insight check right here, I want to yell bullshit. So
Go for it.
But I feel like that's just gonna go so bad.
Objection. You can tell that the creature is he's kind of like off guard. Like in negotiations, you have cards you can play, and he didn't know that Eliza would have known this information, type of thing. So you could also tell, like, he's kind of full of shit, or just backpedaling. But yeah, he's basically trying to cover his own ass at this point.
Yeah. I'll just whisper to everyone behind me, is like, this guy's a fucking liar. He's lying through his teeth. We got this.
As you continue, do you continue listening?
Yeah, like I said, if there's anything important, I want to hear it. But if it sounds like he's gonna start walking out, I want to get away.
Okay.
Like the child, when you're listening on your parents, and then when you hear them coming your way, you run away. Try to pretend like you were sleeping the whole time.
And Eliza will go, I do not care if you are lying to me or not, but I know that some of my people have gone missing in your city. What was your city called again? Oh, yes, the city of Salem. Yes, that place. Some of my Vistani have gone missing there, and I wish for them back. Of course. You could even send someone that you can trust over there to retrieve them, as that is my intention. As I have asked a couple, a neutral party of sorts, with my daughter, to retrieve them with the White Witch's permission, of course. That is perfectly fine. And And then he like pauses for a moment, and then and instead of listening in on us, they can come in here and talk it over.
Cut it through the tent, but like, listen, I think it had better drop hiding, but he knows we're here.
I'm just gonna look at Eric and say, "What did you do?"
I mean, you guys all probably saw him just like ear to the tent.
Listen, I haven't done anything bad yet. This is pretty obvious that this would have happened.
You also didn't stealth for it.
No, you guys went.
One, Eric.
The moment he's like, instead of having them listen, he's like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. We already know that those adventurers are already here. And if you're talking about them, then you may invite them in and we can have a conversation. Or do what it's intended as what we're here for, negotiating. Do you guys wish to go into the tent?
I'll walk in, he knows I'm there.
After you, Eric.
Yeah.
All right. All right, go ahead and
I got this tent, but I will.
those who want to enter may put their tokens on at the front door or front entrance of the tent.
I'll go. Ah.
As you guys walk in and you see the two ironclad looking fey abominations stare at you as you walk in. They allow you to walk in as they were already told of your arrival. As you guys enter, what you see in the middle of the room is this creature. Give me 1 second to show.
Ooh.
Spooky.
Those are some gnarly teeth.
Oh, you're the guy.
You can't criticize my stealth when you're wearing bells around your chest.
Immediately insults him. That's amazing. Just like, that was immediate. Holy shit. That was...
Walk back out.
I'm gonna slap Eric in the back of the head. The spicy tunes.
Oh.
Dang.
So, as you guys walk in, you see this creature. And as he turns around, and he's like, "Welcome. I believe Madame Eliza here speaks of you as being the neutral party that wishes to retrieve her people back. Is that correct?"
Yep, that's us.
I give a thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
There ain't no lies yet.
Whoever wants to do an insight check, you may. On the shaman.
Shit.
Dendro's just looking at a wall. Like, where am I?
You did not notice the bells I insulted earlier.
Okay.
Oh.
Eska and Eric, you are able to kind of get a faint, like, as he welcomes you in, like, annoyance from his voice.
Yeah.
So he just he turns his back on you guys and goes to Eliza. So, what is it that you propose again, Madam Eliza? I propose that my daughter and our friends go to your city of Salem and get our Vistani people and return them here. And with that, everything is forgiven. If this does not happen, or I find out that my daughter and our guests here are interrupted or don't come back safe, then we will get his involvement. Is that understood? Crystal clear, Madam Eliza. As he looks back at all of you.
I give a finger wave to him.
Yeah, I'm gonna do like a little like hand wave.
So Eric, did you flip him off, or did you like?
No, like the wave where you bring your hands up and you just move all your fingers.
Oh, gotcha.
One.
Yeah, so yeah, Eric and Rip just simultaneously just go, hey.
Can I do like a flirty? Like I want to do the same way, but more like flirty.
Sure.
These are your front lines, people.
I will cover my face. I don't want to be associated.
Here we go.
Yeah, we're going full horror all weekend. See what else those spells do.
Mm-hmm.
See what's under that mask.
He looks at all of you and he goes, do your wave and shit, and is like, hey. He just like, still straight face, is like, as for all of you, you are definitely welcomed to the city of Salem, as the White Witch wishes to actually talk to the ones that she brought here to this land.
Yeah, just by the tone of your voice, I feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
I very much hope so.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I should start writing an apology letter to Eliza.
Well, we will be ready for your departure. You may come to us at the northern side of the camp, and we shall bring you to the city of Salem whenever you wish. Does that work for all of you?
Just need a good night's sleep and I'll be ready. I'll be ready.
And if it would be so kind of you to take one of our own as... She will guide you to where we are in the northern camp, as we like to be hidden from those around here, as we scare them if that is all right with all of you.
You give him a smug look, like I'm like, are you sure scaring them is all you're doing? Give him that look.
He just smile, like you can feel a smile coming from him. It's like, it's very interesting, like you know, there is a mask, but you could like kind of see like canine type of teeth like coming from under the mask, like in a smile.
Mm-hmm.
But allow me to introduce to you another overseer that will keep you company. And then, like, as he like takes a step aside, you just see a creature just standing right behind him, just unknowing to all of you this whole entire time, as this creature appears.
Uh-huh.
Ooh.
And then it will just walk up to all of you and just stare at each and every single one of you.
Frankie.
Yeah, I'm gonna stare back.
Yeah.
As this thing has like,
Can I wink at it?
sure. As you wink at it, you just see like it kind of like creepily cock its head to the side, and then cock it back, and then how it has like its mouth is kind of like an insect's mouth. It just like opens from the sides and just like clacks.
I don't know how to take that.
Got it. It's a bug.
Close.
As long as we don't gotta feed it, because I don't know what the fuck bugs eat.
Does it talk or does it just like click?
It can talk to you when
Question.
she doesn't necessarily talk as you talk. It is in the mind, I guess.
With that, I am going to cast psychic. No, what is it? Psychic whispers. Yeah, I'm gonna do psychic whispers on me, Eric, and the thing.
So on you, Eric, and the overseer.
Mind.
Yep. Okay, cool.
I don't know how this is gonna go. Tagging Eric in with me.
All right.
Listen, if this drives me mad, I'll go for you first.
You two make a wisdom save.
I'm scared.
There it is.
So,
Worry about a long rest.
Yeah, where am I?
so as you do as you do that,
I want to use my last luck before you say it. I just want to double check we're taking a long rest.
so as you do it, you just like do you say anything when you do it, or you just like stare at her and then just do it, and then bring Eric in? All right. Eric, check this out. As go ahead.
I'm gonna use my last wisdom and do this.
Oh, your last lucky?
There we go.
Okay.
My last luck, yes. That's I was double checking we were about to take a long rest, but I'm gonna do this because if Rip fucks me, I'm gonna slap her upside the head.
Wait, my dice are for.
Oh, yep, yeah. So you're. I don't remember if they're saving throws or skills.
I have dice too. I never use them.
Double check it. I think we've tried this before, and I think they're not to hit. Then maybe for saves. Let me check though. Or do you have your D&D Beyond sheet up?
You can't use your power if it requires you to use a die when your dice are
Let me check.
bring up D&D Beyond.
Let me check if I put it on your character sheet. So your powers expand use specific in power description. You can't use any power required to use the die with under this expelled. You gain all X100 dice. Because it's psi bolstered knack, I believe. When your non-psionic training fails you, your psionic powers can help. If you fail an ability check using a skill or tool with which you are proficient, you roll one psionic die and add the number rolled to your check. Potentially turning the failure into a success, so you spend the die roll succeeds. So it's only skill checks.
Damn.
So like for example, if you let me check if it is also if you're proficient in these. If you fail an ability check using a skill or tool in which you're proficient, you can roll one psychic damage. So I guess like any skill you're proficient in. So like if you're stealth, sleight of hand, perception, intimidation, deception. Perception, intimidation, deception, arcana. If you fail any of those, that's when you can add the psionic die too.
Okay, that makes more sense.
So yeah, when you did the persuasions, yeah. All right. As Rip does a psychic link with Eric and Rip, and the mind thing, Eric, you are kicked out of it for some reason, and the overseer, you kind of feel the connection, and then it immediately shatters. And then you just you're like, huh, that was weird. And the moment you look up to see that was weird, you just see the typed mind just hover towards Rip, and just stare into Rip's eyes. And Rip, you're just staring back into its eyes. And everyone else sees your eyes just roll back to the back of your skull.
Oh, no.
And in a split second,
cover his eyes.
You can certainly try. You can certainly give it a shot. I would say, make an athletics, because you're just trying to quickly cover its eyes, right?
Yeah, because it was right in front of me, so I assume I saw it hovering towards her.
Yes. By the time you were able to react, it would have been in front of Rip's face. Okay. So you reach to cover it's block the vision between the two, and as you do that, in the split second as you're trying to do that, Rip, in your mind, what you hear is this thing talking to you, and you just hear, interesting. You too have a gift. Just like mine. And after that, it just gets cut off because of what Eric did. And then you just snap back into reality.
All right, I probably should have done that for a whole different reason than what I thought, but okay, cool.
As long as you didn't die.
Thank you, Eric.
Yeah, you just see Eric's hand between yours and its face, and then it just looks towards you, Eric. and then just hovers back to where, looking at everyone else, back to where it was.
Spooky. All right.
The shaman will be slight change to how you guys are gonna get there. So like what I should have said was the shaman is leaving with his party, with his the group that he arrived with, and to get to the city, this overseer will take you there.
Great.
So
So we meet this guy at the north gate.
he's going to be gone already.
We're gonna meet Mind.
Mind's gonna stay with you until you guys are ready, and then you just tell Mind when you guys are ready, and it will then take you to Salem.
Constant spy. Got it.
The shaman will then try to will go up to all of you. It will be a deep pleasure to meet all of you in Salem. Now, if you excuse me.
Do you want us to move?
It was implied.
Just saying, you asked the wrong person.
All right, and he leaves. His mind staring at all of you.
I'll turn to Rip and be like, is this thing gonna try to murder us later?
I'll go first. Don't worry.
I'll get murdered first.
I deserve it after that.
I mean,
It's as you say that, it's just staring at you. Like, look at it, and it's staring at you, Rip.
I don't like you. You're scary, bro.
you're sleeping in the extra tent.
All right.
Look at it and just ask it, do you got a name that we should call you?
As you ask that, as it's still staring at Rip, it like within a snap of a finger, its neck just goes and looks straight at you. And then it like twists its neck a little bit more, and then twists it back to normal. And then you just hear as you asked it a question, you hear in your mind, no, I do not. No, I do not.
Alright. Well, I'm gonna call you Emily, because you remind me of that girl that was from The Exorcist. That's her name, right?
And
You know what? I can take the name Emily.
and then all of you hear an echo in your head, Emily, our name is Emily.
Our?
Oh god.
My name's not Emily.
As you say that, it goes to you, Goofuth. It's like, no, my name is Emily.
Why'd you say our?
Us. And then it just stares off into space.
There's many of you in there?
Grammar.
And it's just still staring into space.
Alright.
I'm judging its grammar.
And then it just like wakes up and then like goes to your rip and is like, we don't know.
I have you on the time. What did you ask it?
There are many of you in there.
Many streams. Many voices.
Mm,
All one
I
mind.
can help with that.
Just cricks its head to the side. Alright, what do you guys do?
Throw thumbs
I'm gonna
up
nudge
to
it towards
the
Rift.
milk. No.
It's like it's like on its two legs now, and it's just towards.
Ooh.
And it's just
I'm nudging it towards her like a lost child. Like, go with your mommy.
just fuck with him more. It's like, are you mother?
I'm gonna fucking kill you, Eric.
Listen, I might have just saved your life. Listen, I could have been its father, but I made the save.
Just imagining this thing calling you daddy. I'm sorry. I'm gonna throw a thumbs up towards the MILF snake lady and just say, "We got this."
Okay. Eliza just looks at Eska as like, can you stay behind for me, please?
Yes.
Won't let Eric listen this time, I swear.
I'll keep my promise. I won't swing first.
She just rolls her eyes. All right.
Yeah, my promise is about the insects.
All right. Do you all leave?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take a piss, figuratively and literally.
I'll go ahead and just remove everybody. Eska, as you stay behind, Eliza will get off the quote unquote throne and move towards you. And then she will look like very serious at you, like, you know, as if she's done to everyone else. And then suddenly you see her eyes become like more motherly. And then she gives you a hug. And then she lets go of you and says, and puts her hands on your shoulders and say, "Stay safe and bring our people home."
Okay, I will.
And don't let those fucking idiots get you killed.
There it is.
No promises, but I'll try my best.
Alright, she gives you another hug. And then she lets go. And then she goes back.
I don't know why, but I feel insulted.
But we're really
So-
good at our job defaults.
I feel like someone insulted us. It's like the anime sneeze. Someone's talking about me. And if you find your sisters, also bring them back. I worry about them too.
Try and find them.
All right. She'll nod at that, and do you leave?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. What do you guys wish to do now after you leave the tent?
I say long rest, and then we hit the road.
Okay.
I want to send a message on our mirror first, though.
I was waiting for that.
Just really.
I was waiting for that. I was like, let's see how long it takes them to to do that.
That's 2.5 hours, all right?
All right.
I'm gonna send, because Skeletor has the mirror, or who has the mirror?
Serena does.
Serena.
Serena? Alright, let me send a message to Serena asking her to let us talk, give us a call when you can find the monkey lady, you know?
So remember how the mirror works. It's not necessarily the message spell, which is 25 words. It's kind of like it's whatchamacallit,
like FaceTime?
FaceTime. Yeah, that's the word I was looking for. it's literally FaceTime. I know how much you guys love talking to Serena.
Let's talk to Serena.
Yeah. Don't we have a crystal to like the main house that Abby's living in?
You have a sending stone with her, yes. But you have FaceTime with Serena, and then text message with with Gabby, or with Abby.
Oh yeah. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let's FaceTime Serena before we go to bed.
All right. What do you say?
Hey, Serena.
You pull out the mirror and you just hear like a muffled God, those guys have not called us in a while. I wonder if they're dead.
Scream. I'm just gonna scream at the top of my lungs.
Oh God, what the fuck? Shit, I guess wow, you guys are actually still alive. That's amazing.
It's a lot to kill us.
Apparently.
It's a lot to kill us. Yeah.
No.
Good news. We made it to the camp.
Oh, that is good news. Ooh. Huh, wow. Was there
Shocked.
I am shocked every time you guys accomplish anything, I'll be completely honest. You have earned that from me.
Listen, we deserve a lot of insults, but I feel like that's too far.
Is it?
No, that's pretty fair.
Yeah. In either case, you guys are doing a really good job. Were you able to talk to the Vistani leader about helping Barovia?
Yeah, we need to talk to the monkey lady's sister.
No, that's something else.
No, the monkey lady.
I thought the monkey...
You mean the one at the bar?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What was her name again? This is when the DM flips it on you guys.
It wasn't Sophie. It was not Sadie. It was fuck. You just said it.
Man.
This isn't fair. I just smoked like 3 bowls.
Man. That's a damn shame. That's one of them.
Vanessa?
That's one of them. That's
the other sister.
That's the other sister. Vanessa's friend.
Stick with Sophia.
Isabella was the name I was focused on remembering.
Isabella's the one we gotta go find.
Yeah, that's the one I was focused on remembering. But the other one, fuck.
Sarah.
Vanessa and...
Thank you, Lily. You know what, Lily? Inspiration.
Where is it?
Where to put inspiration?
Yeah.
You could either do it on your character sheet on D&D Beyond, or you could also do it on Roll20, and it's basically it's right above your proficiency bonus next to the strength thing.
Oh, fuck, hold on. Let me open this wide. I can't really. Wait. Oh, guys, Joe's okay. By the way, I just gotta.
Oh, that's good.
Good.
So, what was it?
It turned out he's anemic, and he didn't know that.
Oh.
Huh.
Oh fuck! I just I have to get back into the map. Hold on, it just kicked me out.
Oh shit.
Okay, hold on. Where am I? Okay.
I could go ahead and add it to your character sheet for now, but it'll be on the top.
I just got kicked out.
Yeah. It'll be oh, okay. Okay.
What do I have to do? Okay,
click it again. There you go. So yeah, if it has that symbol, that means you have inspiration.
Oh, okay, cool. I was like, wait, what am I doing? Okay.
There you go. Either that, or you could also keep it on the your, I forget what they're called, resources. So you know where it says favored by the gods, wings, healing hands, all that stuff. You could literally put inspiration and then say that you have one there as well, because there's a possibility that you guys might get more than one inspiration depending on what you guys do. So, but for now, yeah, you could leave that as that simple saying you have inspiration.
Cool.
All right. So yeah, you guys take a long rest, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. To make sure the thing isn't getting close to me.
It's super hard to sleep because this thing is just literally watching you guys.
As it gets close, I'm just gonna be appropriate to Rip. Can I use my manacles to handcuff it to Rip?
Hold on. And
hide somewhere.
Sleep hide.
Sleep hide. Rip, you could give a stealth, and then you could just hide somewhere that no one else can find you. If that's what you want.
I'm gonna hide on the other side of the goat. He'll never find me.
All right.
I disagree.
Oh no!
Man, that do be unfortunate. Holy shit. All right. Rip goes to hide into a random person's cart and tries to sleep, and then Eric, you're planning shit, and you're like, where the fuck did Rip go? And you can just see Rip's tail hanging out of the outside of the cart.
Tries.
What's funny is as you look there, and immediately you just see. Oops, give me 1 second. You see it already staring at the tail.
Good.
Good.
Well, I see that, and I go to sleep comfortably. I feel better.
All right.
Oh my god.
Everyone's able to get a long rest, including the kobolds.
Is there an easy way on the thing to long rest, reset everything, or do we just gotta reset everything?
You kind of have to reset everything, I believe. Unfortunately.
Okay, cool.
because I'm going to have to heal each individual kobold. As I am doing right now.
Did we finish our conversation with Serena and everybody?
Oh, sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah. Sorry, we got sidetracked there. So you, how much did you tell Serena? Do you tell her everything?
Yeah.
Okay. As you guys tell her everything.
We'll repeat our entire life story.
Okay.
Fashion, you know?
Including Eska?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Eska, you see them talking to this mirror, and then I'm assuming you guys kind of like introduce her by just showing the mirror to Eska.
Yeah, like a FaceTime video. Yeah.
Yeah. So like you just Eska, you just see this half dragon lady on the other side of this mirror, and she just says, "Oh, so you're the new one to the group. Well, all I have to say to you is good luck."
Yep, knew that was coming.
Not the first one to tell me that, but thank you.
To be honest, these guys are very skilled, and they know how to handle things. But to all of you, do be careful. You guys are entering the territory of one of the leaders of, Barovia, and the White Witch is, from experience, nothing to mess with.
If you guys don't hear from us in a week, send help.
We probably will.
Yeah.
Is there...
Probably, you definitely will.
Is there anyone specific you wish to go get you? Or to look into?
No, you guys.
Well, yes.
Pull out the sending stone and start sending a message to whoever the hell is on the other side.
Well, one thing at a time.
Bull or Abby?
It's
All right, for later. Never mind.
Yeah. So what she means is that she'll send one of the four. So she'll send either she will go, Torin will go, Akama will go, or Penumbra will go.
I like Akama. I feel like that would be a good. I think that'd be a good point.
Like a comma.
All right, that's 2 votes. Akama.
We choose a comma. So.
I see how it is. Just kidding.
No, she'll burn it to the ground.
No, I'm just kidding.
Listen, Torin got his tail ripped off by a bunch of orcs. I don't really trust him.
No,
Going
that's
against
the love
White
of Eric's life.
Oh no!
You heard it in the fortune.
No, that one was the one. I'm gonna meet the love of my wife. It's Eliza. I am fucking that shit up. Maybe even the shaman, but I feel like he ripped my throat out.
Like...
I rip his out.
What an angry face.
What?
Yes.
Which chick?
You want
Oh, wait,
Torin? We can choose Torin.
Oh, the Torin is mine.
You know,
Listen, it was it was fun, but he's just a bore to me now.
You know, I'm gonna change my vote to Torin.
Yeah, I'm gonna go Torin just for that reason.
This time it's his turn to rescue you guys in case shit goes bad.
He does owe us one. That is true.
And so you guys, is that all in agreement to switch to Torin in case? Okay. And
Let's do it.
And on cue, as if you summoned him, like in, next to Serena, you just see like Torin just like run into the room that she's in.
Oh, Akila, phone's for you.
And so you just see Serena's like head turn and is like, don't you know how to fucking knock? Like, shut up. We have important shit. Oh, you're talking to the guys? Hey, Akila.
Hi.
How are you guys doing?
You know, we're fine, I guess. That's how it goes.
That's yeah, I understand. Oh right, important shit. Serena. Real seriously though, Dove is gone.
Ah, shit.
What do you mean gone?
She's not in her prison anymore.
Uh-oh.
Alright, listen. We have some problems now, because you're saying she was in prison?
Remember her shop?
That was a
That was her prison, kind of. She wasn't allowed to leave, so that's why when you guys came over, she was super excited to talk to you all because, you know, she wasn't allowed to leave. Though it was to her own protection, because remember, the White Witch is after her.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
I got no problem protecting her, but it sounds like you were holding her a prisoner.
We were doing it to protect her. And honestly, she was kind of all for it, and you know, Dove's way, she didn't really mind. But she left on her own volition. So,
Just in case, because of where we're headed, we'll look out for her.
Yeah.
Please do, because something's going on. And then Serena will kind of like also is like, yeah, I was about to tell them about that. Considering you're going to the White Witch, things might get more complicated as we've noticed some more of the Ashen people have been talking about some nonsense about the White Witch helping them. And they've been recruiting some of the Ashen people to join them. We do not know how the hell they are getting to that city where the White Witch is, you know, hailing from, but we've been getting reports that a lot of the Ashen people are vanishing. And I believe Penumbra also asked for you guys to keep a lookout for the little girl that she said that you guys met before you left.
Oh no!
Alright, that's news.
It seems like she is one of them that also went with them.
Alright.
Shit. So
She's probably an orphan.
Remember, hi.
I'm assuming Dove also possibly went with them as well, just hidden, maybe. I don't know.
So we might run into a lot of our old friends, you're saying?
Yes. If this is the case, then I might send Torin to you regardless if you're missing, but it might take him a while to get there, depending on how long you guys stay.
Mm-hmm.
See you soon, Torin.
Oh. All right, see you guys soon. And then he winks, and then you know where that's headed.
See, and this is why we drive up his bar tab.
Yeah. I feel less and less guilty about pissing on his bed every day.
Every day? Wait a second.
Oh no.
It's like you guys, it's like one of those confession things where you forgot to hang up and then you see, you're like, wait, you did what now? I was about to say I'm gonna, you know, repay you guys back for saving my ass, but now I'm gonna go over there to kick yours.
Did you wash your sheets? Did you wash those often?
Now I am. Well, ever since he left, I've been checking.
It was the one time. We made up.
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. That was so long ago, bloody old pal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Listen, you lost a redhead. That's part of my religion. I am very upset. If I didn't just meet a MILF, well, there'd be hell to pay.
He's just like, well, I'm gonna get ready to go meet you guys. Like Serena said, stay safe.
Hey. Ow.
It's just Akila in the distance.
Sorry, I was trying to feed the fire, and then the cat just went all crazy on me. So sorry.
You're good. So yeah, they at that point, unless you guys have anything else to tell them or ask them,
Open number high.
will do.
Skeletor kiss for me.
I am not doing that.
Still love her.
I'll ask Torin to do that. But I'll ask Torin to do that, Goofuth.
Oh,
I'm personally not doing that. But
why?
I'm not kissing a skeleton.
Why? He's a very beautiful boy.
He is very helpful around this place, but I am not giving him a kiss. You can do that whenever the hell you show up back here.
That is rude.
It could be a cheek.
Heck on
He's a skeleton. He doesn't have cheeks.
Yes, he does.
No, there's a cheekbone.
Yeah.
I'm just fucking with you guys. Well, anyways, we again be careful because we've had a run-in with her, and she's very tricky, and like the Fey Wilds, do not trust anything that they say.
We've been learning that.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty easy for us.
All right, and then she closes the mirror. Eric, do you still wish to use the sending stone?
Yes, it's 25 words, right?
Yes.
Alright. I'm gonna type it in chat so I can keep track. Going to the White Witch. If not, here back in week 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Abby gets the house.
Or you could write send help.
Listen, it's just skeletons and the ghoul that's trapped there. Abby is doing God knows what. If we die here, if Dendro dies and Abby doesn't help us, then she was never going to help us. Abby gets the house. Burn all the valuables.
All right, is that 25 words? All right.
I think it's less.
Going to see White Witch. If not, here back in a week. Abby gets the house. Burn all the valuables. Yeah.
I wanted to say bury me with them, but I was like, they aren't gonna get my body.
As you send that, you get a message back from a familiar voice. It's not necessarily Abby. It is
The ghoul.
it's Spectre, which is
Oh.
She says, "It's good to hear from you. Tell Dendro Abby is missing."
Oh no!
What?
Everyone missing.
What's
going on?
What the hell? SOS, hello?
Yo, we should have called home sooner.
8, 9, 10.
Yeah.
Why didn't those call us first? That's some horse shit.
Yeah, can I send another message with the remaining words?
No.
Ah, damn it. I was gonna let her know then she gets the house, but
I believe she didn't finish. She didn't finish hers, where it's just like she left on her own, headed to the druidic groves, She told me to stay behind.
Man, we were just there.
No, we are here.
Oh wait, are we still technically there?
Yeah, you guys are still in the Druidic Groves.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay, we'll just find her then.
What the hell? Are we all meeting up at the same place? Is it like a community bash? Like,
This is gonna be a big.
She's gonna be pissed.
This is gonna be a hell of a city to to go to, guys.
all right. Well then, before we leave, I'm gonna tell our new friends to look out for our friends.
Vernil will say, though we probably can't bring the kobolds with us, but they can stay here and keep them protected in case anything happens. Or, again, also send a message back to the city if they need to. I can accompany you if you wish.
Fantastic. We need a bard.
You're coming with us, Vernil, no matter what.
Sounds good.
You know what that means?
What?
In charge.
He looks at the other kobolds and he's just like, they're like, shrug. Like, oh, all right. He goes down to one knee and looks at Iggy. All right, Iggy. You're in charge. You can tell that just like physically hurt him.
I'll give him my hat so that we could wear it like a crown. Be like, charge.
Iggy in charge?
Oh my god.
Iggy get cool hat?
You keep this hat safe. It's called the Hat of Swagger.
Hat of swagger. Iggy got swagger?
Yep.
He puts his little claw up and high fives you.
Iggy, and because you have the swagger now, you have to keep everyone in this town safe, right? So you're in charge.
Iggy will keep them safe. Iggy will keep them safe. As is like, Iggy gives all of you hugs. Gives Eska a hug. It's a little slightly longer than the others, but and then he goes back to his other cobalt friends. It's like, Iggy got swagger.
I got a hug from a
You're a little
girl.
rock star.
All right.
He wanted to show off his status, and that was well earned.
As you guys are like, saying goodbye to Iggy, the Time Mind has just actually just been there the whole time. Or Emily, right?
Emily.
Yeah.
Emily.
Oh.
Boop. Me 1 second.
I mean, I we just gotta leave Rip behind.
Hey.
All right. Are you guys ready to move forward?
Hmm.
All right. Emily will.
Nice, Dendro.
Just goes away. Just walks away. Emily will guide you guys over here. And whenever everyone shows up, then we shall proceed. Gabby.
Goofuth?
Oh, sorry, I'm back.
And then Lily said BRB, so I'm assuming. Whoop. So yeah, if you want to, if you're ready to go over here with the group.
Ah, wait. Where did they go? Okay, yeah, I'm ready to go.
There you go. All right, as you guys gather up and just look at Emily, that's what you named her.
Don't check if I'm right. I want to see if that's the name of the Exorcist girl.
Well, either way, it's Emily now. As you guys circle around and gather up, Emily looks at all of you and stares at all of you for a while.
Hey, man.
You know what, Emily? It's moments like these where I can tell you like us.
Cracks its head, cracks it back. And then as you guys are like wondering how come we haven't done or like what's up, where we're going, Emily just like you know that little opening in the top of her head, it starts to like Emily's eyes just like turn red, and then the opening in her head just starts like leaking red, like overflowing and leaking red ichor as it pours all over the ground. And then it starts going all around, like making a circle around your feet as a pull of this weird shit just starts going around you. And as it does, suddenly it just creates like a sphere around you and just covers you instantly. And like
this is it.
And as you say that, it completely covers all of you, and then it teleports you away.
I hate it.
We've experienced worse.
But I still hate it.
But we shall see where you guys teleport to next time.